So first class we have done. I start with, okay, here is my screen then. I have shared screen only, right? Okay. Okay. So GL, we'll start our GL now. The GL is nothing but it's a hot flavor for the finance track. Okay. So in GL, so we'll see what are the things we have in GL. So let us check for the enterprise structure. Okay. So let us check for the enterprise structure. What exactly the enterprise structure? So this is the enterprise structure in the Fusion. Okay. So whatever maybe the company you are developing it, okay, there will be the company name will be there, right? So here they call it as a Infusion Corporation. Either you can take it as a Tata Motors or Infosys, whatever maybe. Let us take for the Tata Consultancy Service. The Tata, so that is the higher level. My company group name is as a Tata. Okay. So under the Tata, I have a different, either IT field I have, another thing is a motor field I have. And also I have across the world I have a business. Okay. So that is the structure of the Tata Consultancy. Okay. Here, the top one which is called as a company name. Okay. So here they call it as a division. Division is nothing but it's like an optional thing here in Fusion. Either you can give the division name or you don't want to give it. So just it is optional only. You can leave it. Okay. So if you are taking the top level, okay, after the top level, so if I say I have a business in India, I have a business in US, and also I have a business in UK. So it will be equal three different places I have. Okay, that means the currency is different from India to US. There is a currency different, and also the UK also the currency is different. The location also is different, right? So it will be like a different currency we have, different chart of accounts we have. So we have a three different legal entity. Okay, so I can say that here that below B4 we are able to see this legal entities, right? Yes. Legal entities and business unit we have, right? Let me tell you what exactly the legal entity is. Okay, so in the legal entity, so depends upon the currency I'm creating a legal entity. That means for US I can create on legal entity. The same way for UK I can create on legal entity. The same way for India I can create a legal entity. Okay, so I have created a three different legal entity here, and also the business unit. The business unit is nothing but legal entity cannot do the transaction by word. Okay, behalf of the legal entity, the business unit is like doing the transaction. Okay, so the business unit also it's like for US I have one business unit, and also for UK I have one business unit, India I have one business unit. Okay, so BU there is a link between the legal entity and the business unit. Okay, and finally we said some ledger, right? Ledger we have discussed it long back. Ledger book, have idea that we have discussed it, right? So all the transaction I'm doing it, and finally my transaction will be there in my ledger. Okay, so here also it's like whether you want to create only one ledger for your top company level, or it's like with your US, UK, India, I want to different ledger I want. So I have created three different ledger. Okay, here the structure is like, so ledger, first I'm creating a US, I'm creating a one ledger. Okay, and also UK I'm creating one ledger, and also for India I'm creating one ledger. Okay. So under the ledger, I have a legal entity and business unit. Right. The same way here on legal entity, business unit or the here on legal entity, business unit. Whatever the transaction you are doing it with help of BU. The same way for here, the same way for here. Okay. So here it's like US they have a different legal entity and business unit. UK they have a different legal entity. I can make it as a UK BU. I can make it as a UK general ledger. Here I can make it as a UK ledger. There is a one concept we have here is like a sharing a data between the business units. So if we are checking here, everything is independent. There is a no link between them, right? So here, if I want to see, I want to say here, I have created everything is a different, right? So this business unit and legal entity, this people will cannot access. Okay, I have a restriction to my. I have created my own legal entity, own business unit for US people. The same way I have created for UK people. The same way I have created for the Indian people. So if I'm user from UK cannot access India business unit and also US business unit, right? So on the same way, the US people cannot access UK and the India legal entity and business unit. Whatever the maybe the transaction they are doing within the ledger, okay, they can see it. So at the end top, I have a ledgers, right? This ledger is for consolidating my business. UK I'm doing some business and sorry, US I'm doing business. UK I'm doing some business, and India here it should be India. You're sleeping. Then you didn't say it properly. I misplayed it. So at the end of the top, my company. Okay. So these three will be linked to my company. So the revenue will come from the combination of these three: US, UK, and India. So within US, I can check my revenue. Within UK, I can check my revenue. Within India, I can check my revenue. So my company is in top. So almost the top. I want to see. I don't want you are under which location. I want to see my total revenue for worldwide. Okay. So it will be like roll up from business unit, UK business unit to ledgers to my company. So this is the hierarchy structure in the GL. Okay, this is the hierarchy structure.
So second one is third one is that is a division. Sorry. Second
division.
Step is a division. So third step is a business unit.
It's not a business unit. Your ledger. Okay, ledger. You know, right? I told you the ledger. What the concept is ledger. Ledger book. Okay. So legal entity is below. There will be a link between the legal entity and the business unit. The business unit, what he is doing is instead of the legal entity, behalf of the legal entity, is doing the transaction. So all the transaction is related to the business unit. So there will be a link between the legal entity and the business unit, right? So the legal entity is linked to your ledger. Okay, this legal entity, UK legal entity, US legal entity, India legal entity, hiring up to the your ledger. So I am writing all the transaction behalf of legal entity. BU is doing the transaction. The legal entity is linked to your ledger. Okay, this is the link actually. Got it? So this is the structure for hierarchy level of your fusion. Okay. So let us check for the GL. The GL, the hot flavor is COA.
You are doing sometimes you are opening more tabs. That will when you want to select one means you check in display or what the function is.
Alt tab.
Alt
tab you are talking.
Yes.
You want to move to some other tab, right?
Yes.
Alt tab. See, in the GL, the hot flavor is, they will call it as a full C, irrespective of R12 or fusion. they will call it as a 4C. 4C in the sense it's starting with C. So COA is nothing but the chart of accounts, okay, and calendar and currency and convention method. This is convention method is like it's the payment related thing, okay. Let me see whether the recording is happening. Okay, okay. The chart of account is nothing but segments, okay. So if I say segments, there will be normally no, let me complete this one. The chart of this 4 combination, okay. The GL is very important. Depends upon this 4 combination, the ledger, that means the GL ledger will differ. For UK, they have a different currency and calendar, and in India we have a different calendar and currency. The same way for US, we have a different calendar and currency. So it will be like depends upon this value, your ledger will differ. Okay, the US ledger, UK ledger, or India ledger. Okay, so let us go in the chart of accounts. The chart of accounts. Do you have any idea on the chart of accounts? What exactly the chart of accounts? The same way, it's like chart of accounts is nothing but there will be a different segment. I said that account, right? One day I have told you the accounts, right? So here in Oracle, they have you can create eight different segments. Okay, segment 1 to segment 8 you can create it. Oracle is not recommended. Still you can create it still 30, but Oracle is not recommending for 30 you can create it. Okay, only segment 1 to segment 8 you can segregate your business. Okay, and the calendar you know. Yes. The calendar, the currency also you know. Which currency you have? Indian currency will be there, US dollar will be there, UK pound. The convention method is nothing but convention method we have two. One is like a cash. I said the transaction, right? So one is like a cash, another one they call it as this. I have covered it previously. So did I cover this one? No, sir. Maybe I given only the overview, I guess. Accurate method. Sorry? This is not given. This is the first now. Okay, fine. The size now it's clear. Yes. Visible, right? So this they will call it as a standard cash flow. This is the accurate method. This is related to the convention method. Okay. Let me tell you. Standard cash. I'm doing a business. Okay. So I'm selling something. So I'm getting some money through cash. Yes. There is a cash. Normal cash. If I say it's like in the shop below and all, it's like a lower level shop there. They will buy it. They will not do manufacturing. They will buy it and they will sell it. They will get a cash. There is a profit for them. That is like a standard cash. The worldwide business and all, they will go to the accurate method. So accurate method also we have two different things. One is that unearned cash, unearned revenue. Okay. Unearned revenue. Okay. This is nothing but I am doing a transaction. So Infosys is a top company. Okay. So they need 1,000 or 10,000 or lakh of laptops. Okay. So I'm a seller. I have given every month I'm giving 1,000 laptop or 1,000 desktop to Infosys. Okay. They will not pay immediately, right? Yes. They will not pay immediately. So I want to record my transaction. So in system I'm recording my transaction. That means they not even paid me. So I'm just saying that this 1,000 laptop I given to them. Okay. So that time your transaction will be there under the revenue. This is a revenue only, but you didn't receive the money, right? Yes. So normally it will be there in unearned revenue. That means I sold the laptop, the goods also I have sent it to them. Okay, it is with only the payment is not happening. But the transaction I am recording 1,000 laptop I have this month, this day I have sold it. The next month also I am 1,000 laptop I'm sold it. So that time still they are not paid it. So it will be there in unearned revenue. Whenever they are paying the revenue, whenever they are making the payment, right? That time it will come to the earned revenue. That means I received my money. Okay. So that time also I am doing, I am recording my transaction. That means I received the money. Okay. This is like creating an invoice. That means 1,000 laptop, I created invoice, I sent to them. See, it didn't reach me. So here they are doing the payment transaction. That means I received the money through their payment, either bank or something. That means the earned revenue is at the end I received this $1,000. If I say it's like one laptop is a $1, okay, I sold 1,000, so I received $1,000 once they make the payment. Now it is came into the earned revenue, correct? After the earned revenue, if I say it is not my profit, it is my revenue. That's it. Okay. Whatever I paid it, I got the amount. Under this 1,000, my bill, I have to pay it 100 for tax. Okay. 100 I am paying for tax. Remaining 100 for my interest. That means it's like I'm giving a 30 days period. So I have to get money from someone. Then I bought my product and sold it. So if I say I bought some amount for interest, okay, that interest also I'm calculating it. So for the 60 days, Infosys didn't pay me. So the 60-day interest I have to pay to someone because I bought a money from someone. So that interest also I have to minus it, right? So this is only the revenue. This 1,000 is a revenue for you. Okay, so 100 I'm paying a tax, 100 I'm paying for interest, and some 50 I'm giving for my transport charges. Okay, so I want to minus this 250. Okay, so this 850. So this 850 is your profit, final profit. Okay, so this is my profit amount. This recording system, they will call it as a accurate method. Standard test, nothing is there.
Including manufacturing cost.
That also you can include it. As part of in high level, my total product after manufacturing cost, after making a defect and everything, the 1,000 is my value. $1,000 is my value. I sell it for 1,000. After manufacturing cost, everything, so final product worth is 1,000 rupees. So I sold it. So transport charge is extra. The tax also I have to pay extra. The interest also I have to, because I got out from someone. It's a huge amount. I'm paying interest, right? So the 60-day interest also I have to reduce from my revenue. So the final amount you are getting, that is a profit amount for the single product. That means this laptop I sold it for 1,000 rupees. But still, my transport charge, my tax, everything I have to explore. So this is the final profit amount. Right. So this method they are recording it. This they will call it as an accurate. So you are clear on it? Still you have any doubt? Yeah. So theoretically you are clear on it, right? So let us go for the GL. We want to create a chart of accounts. So this all setups you have to do it. 4C setups you have to do it. Then only you can say that my GL is ready. My general ledger is ready. Okay. So we have to create all the chart of all the setups. Then only you can say that my setup is ready. You can use it for posting your transaction. Okay. So let us create a chart of account first in your system. Okay, let us check for where exactly your system. There is an application. So here your application. So where you have to do all your setups. Any idea? You want to do some setups where you can go and do it.
Settings.
So here I said it's like a setup and maintenance. I told you, right? So here also you can do it. There is one more part, they will call it as an implementation project. That means I told you the implementation user, right? Okay, the two way you can do the setups. Okay, so I click on setup. Here you are able to see, right? So here I can do my setups. So here also you can do the setups from here. This is what you are doing it from setup and maintenance page. Another thing is like you can create an implementation project, manage implementation project. That means you are creating a own project. Okay, if we say when Oracle product I bought it, so I want to do the implementation. With this implementation project also you can do your setups. Okay, so just I'm trying to create one implementation user for you. Okay, Makesh Implementation project, one is assigned here. It is assigned to James. Start date is today. Okay, click on next. So here you can choose what are the module you want. Okay, see here it's came, right? So here what I'm doing is I want total finance, right?
Yes.
Under the finance, again still it will go into deep. So under the finance also, we are able to see many things, right? Fixed data, exceptions, and expense, and the collections. This collection will come under AR. Revenue. Intercompany. The procurement you can choose for the supplier details as well. Supplier code. It's like here they will call it as a. I didn't choose the supplier. Parent, I didn't choose it. Procurement. Under procurement, I want to choose a purchasing supplier total. So this many setups I'm looking for it. If I say I'm one of the company, my company, either finance, order management, HCM, everything you can customize it. Okay. So depends upon your business requirement. Okay. You can choose yours. So that means I have to do my setups for all the modules. That means only the finance you want, you can choose your finance. You want finance, your CM, everything you want, you can choose everything for your setup. But you have to do all the setups for it. Okay. Save and open the projects. So here also you can do the setups. Okay. The two places you are doing the setup. One is the setup and maintenance. Another one is from implementation projects. Okay. So if I'm a new product is coming to the queues and technology, always they will prefer to go with this implementation project and they will assign to many people. If I say I'm a manager, okay, under me there are many people. 1 people for SCM, 10 people for SCM, 10 people for finance, and 10 people for HCM. So depends upon the task I can assign to them. I can give you the end date also. They can finally they will complete all the setups and they will give it to me. Okay. At the end, I can apply all the setups to my application. That means I've done all the setups. So instead of going in the setup and maintenance, doing the setup one by one, I can split my work. I have split to everyone. So everyone is like doing their own work. And finally, it will come to TL. And after TL, it will come to me. Now I can assign all the setups to my application. So I don't know to do it like one by one. That's what I want to say. So in the implementation you can assign to many people. They will do the setups. One guy will do a payable setups. One guy will do the supplier setups. One guy will do the HCM setups. And the finally, it will be that implementation project is ready. And finally, I can implement my Oracle project. Okay, this is the setup. This is the final setup. It's taking time to save it. We will go and check for the setup and maintenance. So try to create an implementation project by one. Okay. So it is doing fine. So let us go and check for your setup and maintenance. What we are going to do?
Setup maintenance.
What setup we are going to do?
Setup.
I said which one? In under GL. What we are going to set? Implementation project for setup, portal setup. Now we are going to do setup for COA, Java.
Sure.
Right. So if you want to go to the finance or if you have anything, so ours is finance track. Okay. So I'm clicking on finance. So under the finance, all the setups will be here. Let me increase the size then. This is fine for you. Okay, now this size is okay, right? Okay. I'm not able to see from system. Okay. Now here TV is okay, but here I'm not able to see. Okay. So
Nothing, no problem there.
anyway, we have some. Okay. So here we have a different module: payable, payments, general ledger, everything we have. Okay. So if you want to do any setups, you can go in from here. Okay. So the chart of accounts I told you, right? So start chart of accounts. Let us say we have a segment 1 to segment 8. We can define it. Okay. In our project, we are going to define segment 1, segment 2, and segment 3, and segment 4. Segment 1 to segment 4 is nothing but it's a value. Okay, values. It's just a values. So I can say 100. This is like a, they will call it as a primary balancing segments. On the top level, company level, I'm giving as 100. So here in the window we have seen, right? So here we have seen the enterprise structure. So here we have seen as a 101, right? So balance segment is 101 here. Here is a US. Another legal entity I'm giving here 202 and 203. Okay. US another business unit I given as a 102. So UK I given as a 103 and 104. That means the value is segregated. So 100, it's starting with 100 means it's for US one of the legal entity. Starting with 200 means it's another legal entity. If it is starting with 300 means it's some other legal entity. So I'm segregating the values and segregating my business. Okay, that is the use of this chart of account. Okay, so if I'm coming to the application, go to the Excel. So that means the first value, the structure also you can define it. Okay, so whether you want to start with a 3 value or 4 value or 5 values. Okay, that's the length of the value. Okay, so segment value, I'm giving 100. So here I'm giving as 1,000. So another here also I'm starting with 100. The segment also I'm starting with 100. Okay, that means here total length is 3. Here total length is 4. Here also I can let us go with the 4 only. Here it is a 3. It's nothing but the segment values, which is called as a chart of accounts. Different segment values. Here in our project, we can define totally 8 values you can define. Okay. For testing purpose, we'll go with the 4. Okay. So this have a one structure. That means only 3 values should be available for the segment 1. You cannot enter the 4 value for this. That structure also we have to define. Okay. So how many segments you have? The structure first I have to define it. Okay. Then the value I have to define it. Okay. Then I have to combine everything. That is called as a chart of accounts. All right. So first I need a value. So if I say segment 1, I define segment 2, segment 3, segment 4, I have defined it. 4 different segment I have defined it. The values also I have to define. The structure also I have defined. Whether it is a 3 character or 4 character or 5 character, I have to define it, right? So that setup, the combined setups is called as a chart of accounts. Okay. So let us just go on. First, we have to define the values. That means the defining the values will come under the value set. If you are know about R12 or 11, the value set will be there. Value set is nothing but contains the value. Okay. So in the box, if I'm opening my geometry box, I have a number, I have a shortcut, I have a pencil, right? So it contains those things, right? So that container, the value set is nothing but it's a container. It will store the values. Okay. So if I say for this segment I want to see a different value set. For this segment I want to see the different value set. The same way segment 3 also I want to different value set, and segment 4 also I want to make it as a different value set. So here I call it as a segment 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So here I want to make it as a some name for it. Okay. So first I'm saying yes, MA. I'm starting with your name for getting the values quickly. MA I'm defining as a legal entity. Okay.
Yes.
So the same way MBA, I'm making as accounts. And also the MA, I'm making as a cost centers. And the MA, just I'm defining for some future value.
Yes.
So 10 years, my business is only, it's like 10 countries I have my business in 2020, I can say. Okay. In 2030, I have more business from 10 country to it's like I have built my business all over the world. Now it's like 100 places I'm doing my business. That time you cannot create one more segment. So my future purpose, I'm creating some segments. Okay. So if you want to create one more future, you can create it. So this is one, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to create one more, and you can create one more values. Okay. So still now you have any doubt?
No, sir.
So I have created a legal entity, created an accounts, created cost centers, and I have one future. Okay. So these 4 values I have to define. For these 4 values, I have first I have to create a structure for it. Okay. Then I have to create a value set for it. Then I have to assign to my chart of accounts. This is the structure. Okay. So let us see in our application what exactly is there. Our implementation project is created. Just let's see. Magesh implementation project. I have created my implementation project here. If you want to assign the task to the separate person, okay, you can assign. This I'm assigning to some user. So assigning a due date also you can give. This within this date I want to finish all the setups. You can assign to the some of the users. And say I'm assigning to the market. This is just a high level, okay? So this is assigned to the user. At the within 18 or 20, you have to complete your all the setups. The whenever you are doing the setup, right? So this will come to your name. So you will get a notification. Then again you will do all the setup. Then you will be reporting to you by saying that this is I have completed. Okay. This is the use of this implementation.
When we are giving the attendance, then we come to the notification.
You will get a notification. See here your start date and finish date is there, right? Wait, this also I have created it myself. Wait, I have created. Not like this. Okay, fine. This is the implementation project. Okay. So that means that we can do all the ways we can do this setup maintenance, we can do implementation project also, you can do the setups. Okay. So let us go for the setup and maintenance now. Just stop me if you didn't understand anything. Okay. I'm going for the finance track. I'm going for the general ledger. So So I told you the chart of accounts and everything, right? So here you are able to see the chart of account value sets. Value sets is nothing but holding the value set, right? So structure is nothing but either it contains a 3 value or 4 value or 5 different value character it has. Those is called as a structure. The instance is nothing but the combining everything within that instance. Okay, that is called as a instance. The value set values you can define it from here. So if you are checking this, so we have this many setups for your chart of accounts. Okay, let us check for the chart of accounts structure. Let us check what exactly it is there in the. What happened now? Finance track now. That is my general lecture going. So if you didn't find anything, you can just go with manage. Here this came, right? If you didn't find here, just you can search anything, it will show where exactly it is there. Okay, let me check for the manage chart of account structure. Let us check what are the values they have, or previously they have defined it. So here, this is the, this they will call it as a only one. You know any difference between the key, flex, field, and the descriptive flex? Any idea?
Application I know.
Now key, flex, field, and
Key
flex field and descriptive flex field. Any idea on those things?
flex field means little bit
It's
flexible.
just holding the values.
Yes, yes.
Okay. In Oracle and Fusion, we have a two different things. One is a key flex field, another one is a descriptive flex field. Key flex field is like that, it's a mandatory field. I want your name, your married status, sorry, not married status, your name, your age, and your mail ID. It is a mandatory format. That is will come under the key flex field. The descriptive flex field is optional. Your age. If any form you are filling, some things will be optional, some things is a mandatory. Right? So mandatory things will come into your key flex field, and the optional things will come into your descriptive flex field. There is a difference between. Okay. So here the general ledger, I have to create my own structure. Right. That means my chart of account structure I have to create it from the general ledger. We are seeing it only one flex field we have there for the general ledger. If you're going for the fixed asset, you will have 2 or 3 structure will be there. You get 2 or 3 key flex field will be. In the general ledger, we have only one accounting field. That is that what is it? That structure we have it in general ledger. That means only one key flex field we have. It is defined from Oracle. Okay. So manage structure. I'm going what exactly it is there. Let us check for what the value is coming from. That means they have created many structure. Let us see what the structure they have defined. See, this mini structure I said, right? Our company, we have told you the 4 different segments. One for company, one for, we have 4. The same way they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 segments in their structure. Right. So we
creating the resolution.
Sorry. I will create a separate one. Just I'm showing it what are the values they have defined. Okay. So here this guy is done with 3 different values. If it is an instance is nothing but I told you right. It should be the combined of yours. If you are checking this car 1, 2, 3 car, you are checking it. So all the 5 they have defined it, right? After defining it, they are comparing everything to this instance. Okay. So first let us create a values. Then we can assign the values to your chart of your what you say your segments instance. Then assign to the chart of accounts. Okay. That is a structure we have. So I'm just creating a value set first. Let us give a break for 10 minutes. Right. So here, if I'm creating a value sets, so I can go with my application module. My application is general ledger. Okay, you can search here how many things they have. Plenty of things they have created. Right. So I'm going to create for how many value sets we want to create. Whatever maybe it depends on your segment. Okay, legal entity we are going to create. Legal entity we are going to create account, cost center, and future. Future we are going to create it. Okay, so I'm just creating as starting with your name and creating a legal entity. Okay, legal entity I'm creating it. I'm just providing my description, which module it is. General ledger. The validation type I'm giving as independent. Independently I'm giving a value. It's not depending on any other value containers. Okay. So I'm typing as a character, whether it is a character or a number I'm giving it. Okay. So I'm just typing a text. So what is the size for my legal entity? I can define. I said it's like here it is a 3 value or here it is a 4 character, here is 4 character, here it is a 3 character, I said, right? So this structure we are giving. So legal entity I have a 3 values. I'm just giving as a 3 values. Okay, just I'm saving it. Save and close. So here also from this screen also you can create a manage values. I'm creating one more legal entity I have created. Another thing is like account I'm going to create it. Okay, account I'm creating it. The module is my general ledger. The account time I make it as independent. So account is character. I'm making as a text field. Here I'm maximum length is 4. That means 4 character. Okay. So I have to see here the manage value is not saved. One, if you save this one, this button will enable to enter the values. Enter what container your value has. That we can do it. Okay. Let me do it on the end. Okay. Adding the values. Just I'm creating. So I have created 2 different. So I'm going to create one more for my cost center. Okay. I'm making it a MACC or cost center. Giving it. Module is my general ledger. It is independent to any of the thing. Value set I'm making as a character. So text free. So this one I make it as a size of 3. That means only the 3 characters it's allowed. Okay. I'm just clicking on save and close. The 4th one I'm doing yes, future. Right. So MA future description MA future module I'm making as general ledger. Validation type I'm making as independent. Valid data is a character. Text, whether it's a text or number or time, you can do it. Okay. I'm making this a text. I'm making this a field for this as well. Save and close. That means how many values you have created as of now. MA percentage. MA percentage. Click on search. So I have created my legal entity. I have created my future. I have created cost center, and I have created 4. So 4 things I have created here. Right. So value set I have created. Next thing I have to assign these values to some of the chart of account. Right. Let us start with this. The recording will not happen. Let us start from here.